I got all this started a little quicker than I should have, but who cares? Does it matter? Oh, I don't really think it matters. How are you guys doing? Hope everybody's well out there. We haven't done a cooking stream in a little bit, so I'm knocking the dust off of this. I need a better little thing. This box that I keep my microphones in, this clip over on this side just snapped off. This little piece here just snapped off there. Let me first get one. What's up, Beer? Good to see you. Get that microphone there. And let me get this plugged in. Bam. And I'm curious to see the difference when this microphone kicks on. I'm gonna I just want to see. Let me get this plugged in. Bam. And I'm curious to see the difference when this microphone kicks on. I'm gonna. There we go. Sounds good. Now I hear the difference. Hell yeah. What's up, Chronic? Good to see you. Absolutely, we are doing chicken tonight. 100%. All chicken, all day. We are doing that tonight. I got a word from our sponsors here. Let's go ahead and do that first. Let's go ahead and do that first. You can hear me, but you can't see me. Don't worry. I should have had all this ready already. But I didn't because, well, who cares? Does it matter? I don't think it does. What does matter, though, is if you guys are enjoying this content at all, it would mean a lot to me if you would like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me clip this other. Let's clip this other microphone here on the mic stand. Oh, I need this. That word from our sponsors got my nose running. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying the content at all, sorry, that was an aggressive clip. That was probably loud. I apologize. Headphone listeners, my bad. I'm sorry. Now, first time I walked out of my room today. And that's about the angle we usually have, yeah. That's it. So let's get started. Yuck. You know, here's the first thing I'm going to do. Guys, it is important. It is so important to keep your cooking surface clean and also your counters. I don't even know what that is. It is very important. If when you finish cooking, if all you clean is your dishes, you're not done cleaning. Oh boy. Well, this needed to happen. Yeah, if you don't clean your whole, like everything that you use to cook, counters and stove, along with the dishes, it's not gonna, that's just not good. You gotta make sure to have your space clean before you need it to be. If you clean it when you're done with it, you don't have to clean it before you get started. And then some people might say, well, why do you clean it at all? It's about to get dirty. Why do you brush your teeth? Why do you take a shower? Why do you do any of that? If you'll notice, if you're like, well, you take a shower because you want to be clean, well, then that logic starts to fail. Okay, let's put sizzle mic down. Let's go ahead and now, need that guy. I lost a little bit of cornstarch on the floor. Even if I'm not going outside, I still gotta have it. I'm gonna leave that down there for floor stuff today. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, you guys have seen me cook this a bunch, but I'm gonna act like just, there might be people here who haven't seen me cook this thing before. Let me get some of that down. And wax paper. And we got some thighs that, it's a good thing I waited till today because there's still a little ice on them. But I'm just gonna, come on now. There we go. I'm gonna just pull these out. And spread them open. I don't feel so weird about this. My shrimp wasn't thawed out. But that ended up going bad. I don't think this will end up going that way. Damn, it really does take a long time for this stuff to thaw out, doesn't it? Like my fingers are frozen. Can I get the rest of this on this little sheet here? I should be able to squeeze them together here. Basically just when you get a thigh, here, I'll come and show you. Yeah. So when you get a thigh, when it comes out, it'll come out like this. But a thigh is a round thing that fits around a leg, right? So you have to go in and, pull it apart so that it can be sort of splayed like that. Okay. Now that can go in the garbage. Now let's wash our hands. And to be honest, I'm not so worried about the chicken still being a little frozen, because it's not hard frozen. It's just like super duper cold with a little ice still on the bottom. That's okay. I'm not worrying about that. I was gonna do one more day of not cooking anything, but nah, today I needed to cook something. Get my chicken broth out for the gravy. I'll go ahead and do my prep work with that. Get my gravy glass. I use one of these gravy glass. I mean, if you want some tacos, go get some tacos, Velvet. You've earned it, brother. If they're good tacos, you know? If it's a tacos that's worth driving an extra however long to get, by all means, go get them. Let me get my flour in here. That's a good bit of flour. It'll make a lot of gravy. That'll be fine. So I'm gonna get some seasoned, it's not coming, there it is. Some seasoned salt out. It wasn't coming out to start with, really. Had to give it a little extra shake. Now this is coming out just like it should. Parsley flakes. Where's the... I got some peppercorns, don't I? Didn't I get some of those just the other day? Yeah, here they are. Nose is running from that Jeep. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. More huge announcements as far as like the growth of the channel goes. Guys, I don't know how many people are here right now, but I'm sure it's the OGs and a couple of lurkers. I will tell y'all that this month our monetization has reached a new height. I mean, it's crazy, dude. Here we go. So if you want to know about the ratio of the salt, you see the salt that I put in there, and then the pepper. New heights. I'm not going to say. Let's just say that not only will my rent be paid with this next thing, but also potentially my bills and like all of them. I need to put some more garlic powder in this guy. May as well do that now. Garlic powder. Oh, there was some more cornstarch. I filled it. Where's my funnel? Here it is. Need a little kitchen funnel. Damn, it got me again. Okay. And of course the onion powder. I'm gonna be honest, I have some veggies that I can make with this, but I think that I'm just gonna go old school with this guy. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go old school with this dish. My flour mixture. Come over here. Now, let's get the chickens seasoned. Yeah, the monetization this month is absolutely nuts. We've reached a new height. And I mean, this new height is going to make it possible for me to pay for so much more than just my rent. Like, that is going to be, it's going to be crazy once that hits. And like, this has been going since, oh, fuck, I just shattered this garlic thing that I just filled. Shit, I can't use any more of that. Look at that. I've had these for a long time. Well, we can't use that anymore. Shit, that sucks. Now I got all this garlic here. I have a random ass cup just sitting out. Well, that sucks. Fuck. Do I have another one of those down here? It's not using anything. Damn. Oh, well, you know what? I actually need to go in here and get the... Oh shit, I also need the damn. Damn it. Am I literally just reaching in the garbage can for this fucking thing now? Dude, this is, you know what? That's gross. I'm not doing that. Ugh. That's kind of frustrating. Now I've got another mess to clean up. Shit. Fuck, I hate that. I don't even know what was in here, but... to dry, and then I'll just make that my new garlic thing, and I can... surely there's something down here that we don't really use, like... yeah, like allspice doesn't need the thing. We'll just rob the thing from allspice. Get all of that off of there and let it dry there with the funnel. Okay. All right, now we're all right. So let's get some heat going on this. Crisis averted, sort of. Sort of. What's up, Rush? You don't like taters, Rush? Not a potato fan? I'm a pretty big tater fan. Maybe, yeah, these are no good. That too. Yeah, these things are no good. I gotta toss my veggies that I got. I've got some, yeah, I know, calm down. You know, I've got some peppers and some carrots that I'm not doing that. We're going old school. Granny cooking today. We're granny cooking. We're just gonna do my regular rice, and gravy with the chicken. Let's just use this bag of rice here. Two cups of rice. Wait, is this gonna? The fuck was that? Did y'all hear that? I want to do 3 cups of rice, and that's not quite enough. Do I have enough in this bag to make it? No. There we go. You know what? 2.5 cups is fine. The cast iron's getting some heat. Getting some heat going. We got 2.5 cups. Let me put the dishes away from the dishwasher. It looks like things have been taken out of the dishwasher when they were needed, but just not put away. It's okay, I'll do it. No use getting upset. After all, I'm the one that loaded it. So naturally, I should be the one that should put it away, right? I loaded it up and ran it. Something's going on outside. And I'm not gonna go fucking look. There's just so much butter here. I'll get the rest of the dishwasher in a minute. I just need to. I'm doing a lot better, I think, in thinking that people should do things the way that I do things. Because I'm not the, you know, who am I? I don't have all the answers or the right way to do everything. Where's that fork? Here's it. It's about time for a new sponge. It's still spun. A sponge will let you know quick when it needs to be replaced. I've had this one for a minute. But if you don't smell it, you dry it out. That's the thing. People they think, oh, sponges, they get nasty and they smell bad. They won't do that if you don't leave it full of nasty water. Like, they will literally be fine so long as you squeeze all of the water out of it and let it dry out. If you let it stay wet and that moisture gets in there, that's when it gets rough. A lot of people don't understand that thing, I don't think. Leave that there. Now, the onion powder. And the garlic powder, I'm just going to use the big guy. I hate that I threw away all that garlic powder, but I'm not going to risk there being a little... There we go, that's fine. I'm not going to risk there being any glass. Oh, I had some water still in. We'll let that sit out up here. Okay. Now I can put this stuff that's been sitting in the sink, waiting for the dishwasher to be empty, so that it could be put in here. All right, now I can tell it's been a long time since I've cooked because of the state of the kitchen. That's something that is quite obvious to me. And that looks dry. Except for the bottom. Is it dry in the inside? Looks like it. Alright, Well, you know, I know a surefire way we can find out. Sat upside down, draining and dripping for however long that's been. It is very important. This is something that I want everyone who watches my channel to understand. I want everyone to understand how important it is to use the campground rules when you're in your kitchen. Leave it better than you found it. Leave it better than you found it, so that the next person that comes in isn't stuck doing something that you could have done. It's just it's a great habit to get into, you know. Perfect. That's fine. Now fill this guy up with garlic. This guy rinse out once more. And crisis averted. Now we have a brand new garlic shaker. I should wash the outside of this. The inside was fine. But the top of that lid definitely was in the trash can. The other part was sealed. Now, bam. Crisis averted. Okay. What's these chickens looking like? Are they ready to flip? Yeah, they might be. I should use the weight. I should use the press. Let that do its thing. Let's wash some rice. 2.5 cups. Cold water. Washing some rice. I'm being a little quick about it. Usually I would take my time and just slowly drain the water out every time, but I'm like, I'm putting more water back in it, so why not just get the bulk out. Man, one more washing will be fine. There we go. Now for the last one, I will be slow. So that the majority of the rice will stay kind of clumped up. In the bottom. And there we go. Got most of it out. So 1 cup. And then 2 cups. And then another 1/2 cup. And our rice is in there and ready. Chicken smelling good. And I got most of it in the skillet in the first go, so I only have a couple more left to put in. 10 and 10, we like it. Oh yeah, the Scrub Daddy stuff. Hell yeah, what's up, Jason? What's up, Steve? Christina. Honestly, yeah, the dishwasher is not a bad idea. What's up, Matt Polson in the house? We're making that PD chicken and gravy, Imru. No barking frogs. There was just something random going on outside. But yeah, I get the regular brand blue sponges. This one needs to go. It's probably time, but I don't have another one under the sink, and I just haven't gotten one yet. But it doesn't smell bad. You will be able to smell. It'll have that smell, and then whenever you wash something, that smell will be on your fingers, and you'll still be able to smell the sponge smell. That's so disgusting, and I hate it. But if you just literally, like, with all of your might, squeeze the bejesus out of that sponge whenever you're done using it, all of that, the only thing that makes it smell is the residual nastiness that's in the water that that sponge holds in it. It's the worst smell of all, and I hate it so much. But if you don't squeeze the absolute shit out of that thing once it's done, and you're done using it, if you don't do that, it's gonna smell. And I lived with a roommate once who would wash dishes with paper towels because the paper towels were clean every time, and they had an irrational fear of those kitchen sponges. I accepted that, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the sponges that's fine. We can work around that. And I got in the habit of washing dishes with paper towels. But after she moved out and it was just me again, I got a sponge and I just started doing that. I was like, well, what if we just get all of the moisture out of this thing every time we're done with it? Then there will be no need for, like, it won't ever smell. So there's that. These chickens are, what's this middle one look like there? I'm actually going to reflip these guys now that I've put the weight down and I've gotten them a little bit more heat going. And I need some water. Also a word from the sponsors. Let's go. I would go out tonight, but I haven't got a stitch to wear. Hello, Christina. Don't apologize. Don't be sorry. Sticks to your hand all night, dude. It really does. 100% it does. Big sip of water. Big word from the sponsors here. And then when we go back in there, we'll get the chickens rotated around the hot spots. By the way, yeah, these cooking streams don't quite do the numbers that the Skyrim streams do. So just keep that in mind. These streams won't be as busy. These don't pop off like the gaming streams do in the middle of the night. But it could just be a timing issue. Maybe if I cooked after midnight, my channel would get suggested more. We rotate it around. So I've said this 100 times in here for you guys. My cast iron is, the hot spot is about that big, and the skillet is about that big. So I have to rotate everything around. I love the cooking streams as well. What's up, Jade? The curtains were closed. As you suspected, curtains were indeed closed. Hit this pan with a little bit more TLC. These stainless steel pans that I've had, I've kept them looking brand new for over a decade. Anytime there's a little something in them, I can tell it's not shining like I want it to. I think that it's cool that, like, it's something that I'm proud of, that when I get done cooking, the kitchen is cleaner than when I started. That's a thing. That's a sense, something I take great pride in. I hear you. Now let's get some color on that other side of you that I know it so desperately needs. Oh yeah. Go. Nose is still running. Still no soft drinks. Still no soft drinks. You got everything I need out of there. I'm probably going to use this whole thing of chicken broth too. And I'll get that rice going about when I get the gravy going. Get a plate here, because we are just about to be ready to. I'm breaking my rule. I'm sitting something on the cooktop, but I know I'm only using one eye. So don't do this. Don't use this as a surface to sit anything on. These are not on, so it's fine. It's the only one, but don't get in the habit of doing that. Don't do as I do. Do as I say do. Yeah, I think that it should be that way. It you should treat it like imagine if at a hotel, if instead of there were someone who's going to come in and clean the whole room, if instead of that there were, I didn't use this cup, there were like a check-in, like a tally for a check-in. Imagine there were that instead, to where everybody checked in. So when you got into that hotel room, you know exactly who was in it before you. And if they came in and they saw what you had done, or the way you had left that hotel room, that would you be proud or not proud of that? That is how I treat any shared space. Like if they knew that it was me that used this last, how would they feel about me? Would they be happy with me, or would they be pretty pissed at me? And if you go through life with that sort of, oh, by the way, I got this grape jelly jar. It was a glass jar. I've got this. I'm keeping this for minced garlic. I'm gonna get a bunch of garlic, and I'm just gonna squeeze it, use the garlic smasher, and just spend a day, put some gloves on, and just squeeze a bunch of garlic in here, and then fill that up with olive oil and make my own minced garlic. I'm gonna do that with this jar. Oh, hell yeah, that's the color that we wanted. That's what we're looking for there. Also not a bad idea to kind of consider. Okay. So these two are done. these two are about to be. And I've got 2 more and a couple of pieces of chunks that I'm going to leave in for the gravy. If I don't freak out when there's like a couple of chunks that come off of the chicken like this, like these pieces over here. I'm leaving this in here for the gravy, the drippings, and any of this stuff that's the juices that come out of the chicken that get cooked in the oil as well. Like all that's going to be flavor for the drippings. These guys need a little extra. These are the ones that are done. So leaving a little bit of that, and there's a couple of these. These are the ones that are left. Like that piece there and that piece there is just going to be left in for the gravy. That's what I want to do. These really didn't need much, so that could be it. I'm going to get all of these little pieces that are done over here to the side to just keep getting crispier and crispier. Crispy. Shout out to the wise man. Yeah, don't do that. Don't blow your poop valve. Don't do that. What's up, Paul? Good evening to you. You don't want to do that. He's right. You do not want to do that. I think that gets it well over. Yep. There's that, and then now we just got this guy right down there on the good spot, and this guy right down there next to it on the good spot. And these little chunks, I'll bring those in there. Get some weight on it, and then if you are very careful when you do something like this and you have a mess that is contained in a sheet, if you are very careful with how you twist that thing around and fold it up, you can keep everything contained, and then there is no mess. There's no need to be going and like breaking your back. Scrubby to make sure you get everything off. Just give it a good once over and you're good to go. Sometimes I'll even put it back, but this one was chicken and there was a little condensation from the bottom of it, and just because of what caused the condensation, I'm giving it a quick once over. What's up, HP? Good to see you, dog. Hope all is well. Let me slide this the other way there. Put these away. You guys will notice, like, I'm just kind of, I've been doing this little by little the whole time, just in between doing stuff here. I'm just kind of putting things away while I'm waiting for this to get more comfortable with the heat. I actually didn't season these last two on the other side. Let's do that. You know what? Those two will just get salt and pepper. It'll be fine. The other one's got both sides of everything. All right, now how much? I'm gonna use probably this much. This much butter is what I'm gonna put in there to make the gravy probably. And I might need a little bit more than that depending on the state of the flour. We'll see. I think because there's a good amount of liquid in the pan. A good amount of fat in the pan already. And then our secret ingredient for the good gravy. Man. Okay, the dishwasher has got. So yeah, just little by little, and it takes no time, especially if you're cooking. Like, you're gonna have downtime, and when you're cooking, you don't want to walk away from the thing you're cooking for too long. You don't want to okay, well, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna go do this for. I'm gonna go do something away from. I'm gonna walk away from this for the next however many minutes, and then you come back and something is on fire, something is burning. You don't want to leave this general area too much. Like, we can walk back there and have a word from our sponsors, but we're coming right back. It's like we're not getting distracted. Oh yeah. You're not getting distracted by whatever it is you're doing. You're just actively here paying attention to this stuff, actually cooking. I'm going to wait to do that until later. It's not going to do any good to do it right now. But that way, if anything goes wrong, you can correct it as it's happening, or you will prevent anything from going wrong. But I think a lot of people will make this mistake where they're like, oh, well, nothing ever goes wrong. I'm fine to walk away for a minute. Well, maybe the reason nothing ever goes wrong is because you're standing there. And if you walk away, that opens the gate for wrong. But that keeps anything from getting too, going too hard. Keeps everything nice. But the reason I started bringing that up is because what I do is, while I'm waiting, like if they're standing around, I've got a dishwasher full of dishes that can be put away. I've got a drying station full of dishes that can be put away. And as you notice, I didn't stop what I was doing I didn't stop what I was doing while I was waiting for the skillet to get hot and ready for the chicken. I started putting stuff away, and then as I had a little free time, if I wasn't hitting a word from our sponsors back there, I was just kind of cleaning, putting things away, emptying the dishwasher, emptying the drying rack, shattering a garlic powder bottle and replacing it with another one. There's so many things that can be done. There's so many things that can be done while you're just standing around waiting on something to happen, or waiting for something to need your assistance. And if you do that, you will end up with a much cleaner kitchen. Don't burn your meat, that's right. Hell yeah, hamburger mac and cheese. Hold off on the chicken thighs, ain't nothing wrong with that. R.I.P. John Redcorn. That's true. Or my favorite, he was in Parks and Rec. It was such a good role that he played in Parks and Rec. I think this little thin guy might be donezo already. This thick guy might also be donezo. Yeah, that guy's done too. Those guys are for sure done. All right, now that I'm done with this, I'm going to peel this off. Yeah, oh, that was a mess. We're gonna have to wash this guy anyway. But I can't leave the skillet like that for too long, so I gotta be quick. And all that popping and stuff that's getting done over there. We need to get more butter in the pan. Oh, it's still hot. This thing is burning my hand. It's burning my hand clean off. I can't believe I'm still doing this right now. My hand is on fire. I couldn't believe that I kept doing that for as long as I did. The asbestos hands only go so far. Okay, now let me put some more butter in here. I don't know if we've ever done a gravy close-up before. But here's a good thing for a gravy close-up. You see this right here? You see all this that's on the bottom of the pan? All that burn-on seasoning and stuff. All of that there is the base for our delicious gravy. You know what? Eyeballing it, I'm going to go with just a little bit more butter. now, we're just gonna go across with one layer. Get that stirred in. One more layer. Fuck it, let's just go all of it. Why not? We got more chicken broth if we need it. And that's getting to that. See that pasty Play-Doh almost? So that was a decent amount of flour that we used, and you'll notice that it's just created this concentrated roux. Basically, so when we start adding that chicken broth, which I'm gonna let this sit in the heat for a little bit longer, and you see I'm just using the bottom of the fork to pull off that burnt flavor that's on the bottom of the pan there into this flour. And more of that will happen when we get the chicken broth down. This is gonna be, guys, this is so much flavor in here, dude. And it's so good. I think we might be ready for some chicken broth now, but you got to be careful because this is all hot. And not only is this hot, but it's grease coated in flour. So this is probably going to steam up a little bit. Let's go ahead and hit this guy on high real quick because this is going to be a... That's enough there. We now stir this until it becomes more of that paste that you're going to be looking for. Until it becomes one cohesive thing. And also, rice is going. I want to get the liquid more on this side over here. I'm gonna let it be that for now, because that should get it up to a more liquefied state that I want right now. And then later on. I'll get to the point to where I'll need to add a little bit more of the broth. But as I'm using this fork is just an extension of my hand, so I'm feeling the bottom of the pan for resistance, and it feels like that the pan's clean now. The skillet is clean on the bottom. There is no more of that, maybe right there a little bit. Getting the rest of that flavor off the bottom of the pan. I'm just, same thing I was doing, just using the bottom of the fork. Smells so good. It's already starting to bubble. I'm going to let this thing do its bubbling for a little bit longer. While it's doing that, I'm actually going to run and grab my water jug. I need some water. Stay hydrated, folks. Consider now your reminder to stay a little hydrated, huh? Yeah? Is that okay with y'all? Stay a little hydrated. Some more water in that jug. I need to fill this guy back up now. Let that stuff do a little bit more bubbling. I'm definitely going to need to add a bit more than one box of chicken broth. I'll be wanting to say cornstarch instead of chicken broth all the time. I did that on stage the other day where I was talking about how I make my gravy. And I kept calling chicken broth cornstarch. That's enough water in the Brita. That one big block of ice in there will be all right for now. So you guys can see here how big the heating element is on the now some people would stop right here and say, well, that looks like gravy to me. Yeah, it's thick, nice. You don't want it to be thick and nice when there's still heat on it like that. If there's heat on it, it should be much thinner than this. So let me see if it needs more than this box. Because it might not. One box down. Honestly, one box might be enough. Now, while we're waiting on that liquid we just added to get comfortable with the heat, now we can go around and start kind of getting all this grease spatter wiped up. See, there's always little things you can be doing that'll help you clean, and it'll help you once you get to the end. It'll help cause once you get to the end, because you'll have less to do. Starting to bubble a little bit, but I want it to come up a lot more than that. Also, I kind of want to eat this. Oh yeah. Chicken's good. And then y'all know the rules. You just stand over it and stir, baby. So it's still wavy. One box might have been enough. In fact, I know 1/3 cup of mix to 4 cups of water is about right. So I want to see. Yeah, 1/3 cup is about what I put in here. So that should be right. Like, according to the actual measurement of like making a good gravy, usually you want to use about a pound. Honestly, we don't even need this anymore. That way you guys can hear it cook. You don't even really need the meat with this, but usually you'll do like a pound of sausage, a third a cup of flour, and 3 to 4 cups of milk with a few teaspoons of pepper and like a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of sugar. But yeah, you really don't even need the meat because all I'm using here, I didn't use a pound of meat. I used like probably, I don't know, a few chunks of chicken that I can probably see in there, like that guy. And I used roughly a third of a cup of flour seasoned with my seasoned salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder. Should be close. Still rotating. Be really cool if it flipped to 10 as I'm looking at it right now, though. But it hears me talking about it, and it's not doing it. When I say flip to 10, how the rice cooker works is it just does this like rotating, like the rotating bars that show loading kind of going around until it gets to the 10-minute timer, and then it'll flip over to 10. To give you at least that much of a heads up. So that steam's been pouring out of it for a minute now. All right, let that do its thing a little bit more. Don't want to put more chicken broth in there. Tell you what I'll do. I'll put a little water in this bottle. And just in case I need to add more, I got a little bit of brothy water there. I do have more actual chicken broth, but there's no need to bust open a whole nother box just for a few drops. Still not at the 10 minutes yet, which is weird. It's only 2.5 cups. I didn't start it exactly when I started the gravy either, though. About a minute or two after, so. That right there. See all that? All them good chicken flavors in there. Still got that wave in it. Yeah, we can honestly let it do its thing there real quick. I'll let you guys keep an eye on it. I'm going to go hit a word from our sponsors here real fast. Because it's still got the, when I would push with the fork from one end to the other of the skillet, it would create that ripple, that wave. Eventually that's not going to be a thing. And when it gets to where I'm comfortable with, I'll drop the heat a little bit, which honestly, once I get back to it, I'll probably go ahead and drop the heat. I can see here I'm yeah, I mean, I can see it bubbling there now. Welcome back, Rush. HP, we are indeed making gravy. Jordan got it. That's exactly what we're doing. We're just making a basic southern gravy. This is a bare bones, no vegetables, southern dinner from my childhood. All right, we did that. Just, people like to eat what they ate when they were kids. That's the thing. Like if you, whatever you were into when you were little, you're more than likely going to be into it for life. Now see this right here? That film on top? That's my sign that I'm doing this correctly. A lot of people might not, like some people might say, oh, that you're not supposed to see that. That's not a thing. It shouldn't do that. I don't concern myself with what other people say. I do what I like, and that's what I like. See now, it's not like as aggressive. It's more like buffered. So that means it's getting to the consistency that I like at this temperature. And we should be at 10 minutes. I see it now. Okay, good. For this last 10 minutes, I am going to put a little bit more liquid in here. I decided. And you can see where the liquid went in.
Gonna give it a little bit more. Is viscosity the word? I don't know what it means, but I feel like I could use it in this scenario and it might be correct. All right, I'm gonna start dropping the heat now. For this last 10 minutes of it, we'll drop the heat all the way down. And this is just a, you hear that? Just no resistance. There's no resistance. It's just clean underneath this. All the stuff that we cooked onto the bottom of the skillet doing the chickens. Speaking of the chickens, here's a thing. Let me get this paper towel here. Some of that juice from the bottom of the birds. And for those keeping count, I have one dish in the sink, which is the glass that the gravy mix was mixed in, the flour was mixed in. One fork, one skillet, one plate, rice cooker. That is it. I used already the meat press. I used the meat press already. It's clean and put away. Also this we can put away as well. I'm gonna wash this. Get on me up that part too. That way that all that grease spatter that got on it up here also gets clean. By the way, these things, like, you can wet that. See, it'll still works. You can wet that part and wash the part. It also gets spatter on it. Five minutes. Yep. 5 minutes, we bring the heat off. All the heat off. And you know what I'm also gonna do? I'm actually just gonna take it off the heat completely. I'm gonna just take it off the heat. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a lot of gravy here, but for a moment, if I get a good swipe, with like a piece of chicken in it. You could see the bottom of the pan. There's too much gravy in here for me to do my normal little, can you see the bottom of the pan trick? But you know what actually I'm gonna do? Putting them chickens in there. Oh yeah. That's good. So the hot gravy will warm up the chickens that's been sitting out up here for a while. Should beep any second. And I've got a little butter here. There it is. That much butter. And All right. Now, rice has been riced. And gravy is done. Chickens. You know what we'll do? I'm going to take rice and put it down on this plate where these chickens were resting. Like so. Oh, can't do that. Not on a glass plate. That was dumb. Then I'm going to take these chickens. A couple of the chickens out of there. And then a couple more scoops of the gravy. Specifically for the rice. And y'all, this is our dinner. This is our meal. This is our plate. And it took us 113 minutes to do it. Not bad. And yeah, I don't need anything else. Maybe some paper towels. And this is our dinner. Might not look great to a lot of people, but to me, this is like a Carolina classic, man. Like people back home cook like this for hundreds of years, man. Using their rice cookers just like this hundreds of years ago. What more do you want on that? The gravy's good. The rice is good. This whole damn thing is incredible. The rice always comes out perfect in a rice cooker. So there's no need to say anything about that, so long as you get the measurements right. But, dude, this is a strong meal. No matter which way you cut it. Tender enough to cut with a fork, gravy. Good enough consistency to make the rice hold together when you get it formed like that. Just like that. The pepper's coming through strong, which I like that in my gravy. The heavy presence of pepper, but also the flavor of the chicken is not lost anywhere in this dish because we use chicken broth in the gravy. Yeah, because we use chicken broth in the gravy, those flavors aren't lost anywhere. And also, this plate of rice is going to be better than the rest of it because I put this rice directly down on the plate that this chicken was resting on the whole time. Also, wearing a shirt that's got a big stain on it because I knew that I was going to stand a chance to mess it up again. So I pulled this shirt off of the "we're not leaving the house today" pile, but we need to wear this. Has anybody seen a bat signal about Virtual Red Man tonight? By any chance? Because if he's not doing anything, I was thinking about just cooking and letting this be the stream today, but I don't really have anything else I could be doing, like all of the movies that I had wanted to see and the shows that I wanted to catch up on, or yeah. All the shows I wanted to catch up on or movies I wanted to watch, I've already seen, so may as well just play some games. Guys, the revenue for this month. Where was that wetness coming from on my arm? There was something on it. The revenue for this month, y'all, is crazy. And the biggest stream that we had, which was last night's stream, isn't even on there yet. So it's about to be even more. And if I go live tonight or tomorrow night, it's going to be getting even crazier. Now, usually what I would do here is I would go back and make a whole nother plate like that. And crush another one. But this time, I'm going to do a little one and done. And come and get this mess cleaned up. All right. Okay. So the chickens can I fit them all in here? No. The chickens we will put in here. One big scoop of the gravy in there. On the chickens. All right. Now, rice. Probably will go in here, won't it? Maybe I need a little bit deeper than this. But I don't have one. Or at least I don't know where it went if I do have one. No. This will have to do. I need to. Oh, but you know what I actually should do? not too hot. It's hot, but it's not crazy hot. I'm just going to take this rice and put it in here on this gravy. So that gives me an idea of how much this is. Honestly, that's 2 servings. I got 2 of these things. I can just do 1 and this guy. There's 1, and then the other I can do in this guy. Okay, and since that one has a little extra room, we're going to take... Oh, come on, chicken. Don't be tough. Don't be hard to deal with. We'll just take 1 of them chickens and put in there with it. And let that be a whole thing. Okay. So... all leftovers packed away neatly. And can fit right in the spot where the chicken was before it got cooked. Now, this rice we ain't gonna need. Plate and the rice thing we will wash. Butter knife. Goes in the dishwasher along with this thing. Okay. It's so crazy how quick it is to clean if you don't have but a couple of things to clean whenever you get done. Always wipe the condensation steam off of the rice cooker before you put it away. Whoops. Right, let's just go back right where it was. All nice and neat and chill and cool. And then this plate is absolutely nothing to clean. That's why I like this plate so much. We'll catch up in the chat here in a minute. This guy can go in the, well, I already got, I mean, I'm this far, I may as well. Okay, now that is all the dishes, except for the skillet, so let's go ahead and prepare the sink for skillet mode. Skillet mode means there will absolutely be no residue of soap anywhere nearby, because I don't want soap on my skillet. But what I do want on my skillet is the amount of heat that is on right now and a little pressure. You know what? I'm going to show you guys something. Normally, I would pick this skillet up and show it to you right after I get done scrubbing it with the steel wool. But I'm going to show you what I mean. Look at this. You see how it shines? And like, you see the reflection of it? Like this is clean without the steel wool. I hadn't even hit it with steel wool yet. But just take it in. Get around the walls. That's why, in my opinion, cast iron skillet is the best. It's not the easiest. The easiest would be just a soap and sponge and let it sit and dry. You can't do that with a cast iron. But as far as like, dude, things just don't stick to this guy. That now let's whoops, that wasn't directed at any of you. Now let's do the do the stove. A little soap, a little moisture, and a little elbow grease. And you guys will notice all of this extra stuff that I do at the end that other people may not do. You can look at the time. If you want, you can even scrub the video back. No pun intended, scrub. You can scrub the video back and look at how long ago it was when I started cleaning. And I believe that you would find yourself amazed at how little time it actually takes to do this step that I do. Or these steps, rather. So I'm gonna get the stove good and cleaned here with this paper towel. And once I get this stove wiped off, now I'm going to take the same paper towel that is now filled with, it's basically a sponge now with the soap that we got off of that, and I'm going to hit all these counters. Just like I said, it's just good practice to keep the surfaces upon which you prepare and cook your food clean. And there we go. Paper towels on the floor from all that junk that we spilt. And now, for your final step, skillet goes back on the eye, low heat, turn it till you hear it click on, lowest heat possible, and then you just leave it there for an hour or so. I'm not going to use this water in this chicken broth bottle. That's good there. And there's no mess from where we were eating of ours. But we're still going to wipe it up anyway. These paper towels. Feels heavy enough. All right, I think that's that. Oh, but first gotta create the ambiance. That'll look cool, just a dimly lit kitchen. I love that. Uh-oh. Oh shit, I forgot to get the... Hold on, there we go. Get that off and then clip this back on. Ugh. Just sit the junk down and then we'll go back and grab that other mic. Rescue mission. We're on a rescue mission, guys. We forgot a thing. But it's okay, it's patiently waiting for us. Dude, let's just look. Here, look at this. Like, this is... It's very easy, and it takes hardly any time at all. It's very easy to clean, and it literally takes no time at all. You think you hit it with enough pressure to shut all the way, but you don't. All right, now let's... Might lose Mike for a second. Give it a second. There we go. Now we're back. If the mic's dropped at all. There's enough juice. Honestly, since we're here, I'm gonna switch to just the... We don't need the... I don't even need these anymore. Let's just switch to that. I want to hear the difference here in real time. I don't even need these anymore. Let's just switch to that. I want to hear the difference here in real time. Huh. Interesting. And that goes back in that. I really need like a thing that would... a case where I could keep this and this, because this is just a case that it came in this little bag. That stuff can go away. Oh, good. All right. Maybe lock them doors and turn the lights down low. I brought 2 paper towels that I didn't use back here. I have just an accumulation of paper towels that I didn't use that are just like sitting up on top of my tower. You never know. Ugh. Did y'all see that? Let's see it. We did it. Did y'all like that? Did y'all enjoy that part? DPP, Dr. Pepper Pimple Popper. Dr. Pepper Pimple Popper. Say that 3 times real fast. Once you pop, the fun don't stop, brother. Roll Tide, you know what I'm saying? Let me check the Discord and see what's good. It's about 11. It's about 11. Don't look like we got a notification today.
Yep, doesn't look like they were doing any. Had to catch up on the chat. I hadn't looked at it in a minute. Dude, we are in the higher echelon of these payouts from YouTube for this month, man. Like, guys, it's almost doubled what I made last month. Like, this is nuts. You're going to love the way I Skyrim. I guarantee it. Oh, that's too... Well, I can probably... Yeah, that's it. You're going to love the way I Skyrim. I guarantee it. That's a pretty damn good title, yeah. That's a pretty damn good title. Oh, we got to hit the floss. We got to hit that floss action. We got to hit that Jeff floss. We got to hit that Rachel and floss. Got to hit him with that who's the floss. Hit him with that Randy floss. Hell yeah, dude. I actually want to. So, I've done something lately where I haven't been, I haven't trimmed my mustache in a long time. Usually, I would just, grab it up out here and like, just kind of trim off what's out here. But I haven't been lately, so now when I eat, the food pushes it in my mouth, so it like ends up getting covered in stuff. And I don't want to be like the Monopoly man with the wax and do the. I don't want to do those things. But I'm hoping that it just gets long enough to where I can just start parting it, to where it'll just kind of grow out the sides instead of straight down, because now it grows straight down. Look at, when I shut my mouth,
Grows all the way down over the bottom lip. I haven't trimmed it in a while. I don't think I'm gonna. I'm gonna let it go. We're gonna let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. All right. You got the title. You're gonna love the way I Skyrim. I guarantee it. 410. The Return, Part 32. Hashtag Skyrim on the Twitter post. We got 15,000 views in the last 2 days. That's pretty sick. Last night's video clocking in around 8.3K right now. All right. So we'll do the word from our sponsors in the next one. Let's go ahead and switch over. It's 11 o'clock. I'm starting that. Let's give it a few seconds. Now let's go in here to a redirect. You're gonna love the way I Skyrim, I guarantee it. We'll save that. And now we can unmute that. And
bowl of grits for breakfast, spam with ham for breakfast, and scramble with cheese for breakfast. Get on my knees, say please for breakfast. I've come a long way for breakfast. I'm happy to pay for breakfast. It's such a nice day for breakfast. Gonna change my name to breakfast. Don't make enough time for breakfast. I'm supposed to drink wine for breakfast. Better wait in line for breakfast. You better stay get hard for breakfast. And try real hard for breakfast.
all right,
Swallow hard in the fire.
Portal.
Can't see the
I'm gonna give y'all a second. I'm gonna double check and make sure that I got this thing fixed.
talk about.
I do.
Don't
I'm going to go ahead and switch scene. And I'll see you guys over there, okay? Roll Tide. Like this video.